Are you a woman who suffers from incontinence or bladder leakage issues and looking for exercises that really work? Well, then stay tuned because I'm about to share with you a secret hack for exercises that can end your bladder leakage for good. This secret hack is so effective that it has been kept a secret and used by the Empress of China and the concubines of the emperor for thousands of years. But what is this secret little hack, and why was it held under wraps for thousands of years only to be used and shared by the Empress and the other women of the emperor? Stay tuned. You're about to find out. Hey, I'm Angelica Quinn, and today I'm going to talk about something that is a very sensitive issue for a lot of women, including myself. And that topic is incontinence or bladder leakage issues. Now, I've had 5 kids, so I have suffered from bladder leakage issues in the past. I know it's horribly embarrassing as a woman. You're out in public and you just innocently but powerfully sneeze, and all of a sudden you feel urine running down your legs. It's mortifying, and I'm not the only woman who's had to deal with this. Today, however, I am happy to report that I am able to sneeze in public all I like, and I don't have to deal with incontinence or bladder leakage issues anymore. You see, not too long ago, I discovered this secret little hack that I'm about to share with you, and it changed my life. It's called a yoni egg. Now, the knowledge of this little crystal dates back thousands of years, but interestingly, this knowledge was only reserved for the nobility. Its origin can be found dating back 5,000 years to Eastern medicine, when the yoni egg was first began to be used by women of the nobility. Yoni eggs are egg-shaped crystals or semi-precious stones that are inserted into the birth canal, or yoni in Sanskrit, which means sacred space. So the weight of the crystal would causes resistance against the pelvic floor muscles, thus strengthening the pelvic floor muscles and helping to improve incontinence issues. Yoni eggs can usually be found in 3 different sizes, and they can come as drilled or undrilled. So the drilled eggs, like this one, have a hole drilled through them where a piece of floss or string can be inserted and tied through. Undrilled eggs are just that, undrilled. Using this semi-precious little stone was known in ancient China to have so many benefits. Not only does it strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, maintaining healthy reproductive organs and better bladder control, but it also makes the walls of the birth canal tighter. The connection of the pelvic floor muscles and climax are well known and documented. In ancient China, the energy of the crystals used was also a very important factor. Certain crystals were said to create qi, balance hormones, increase feminine energy, and overall add pleasure to all areas of life. Sounds pretty powerful, doesn't it? But is all the myth and legend real? Does the energy of the stones used and the yoni egg really have this many benefits? We can begin to answer those questions by looking at the crystals most commonly used in ancient China. The most common material for the yoni egg was jade. In the earlier ancient Chinese days, between 2070 and 256 BC, jade was actually a stone used exclusively by the nobility and the royalty. Jade was considered to be a lucky stone, and it was even called the stone of heaven. There was even a saying that said, "Gold is valuable, while jade is priceless." Jade symbolizes prosperity, success, good luck, renewal, longevity, and even immortality. But jade wasn't the only stone used for yoni eggs. Obsidian and rose quartz were also commonly used. Obsidian is formed from lava, and it is said to absorb negative energy and emotions from the body, help heal the body from trauma after childbirth and other areas of trauma in the body, and it heals the root chakra and brings it into balance as well. Rose quartz, known as the crystal of unconditional love, was used after obsidian healed the body of trauma. It would not only promote unconditional self-love, but it would also help balance and heal the heart chakra and make romantic love more prominent as well. The energy of the stones used was very important. After all, you are inserting this crystal into your most sacred space. Surely you want to know how those crystals affect your energy. Jade, obsidian, and rose quartz are still the most common materials used for yoni eggs today, However, you can get yoni eggs in many other crystals that have different energies and vibrations. All materials are not safe to be used for yoni eggs due to metals and other inclusions that may be included in the crystal. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice, nor is any part of this video intended to cure, treat, or prevent anything. I suggest you talk to your doctor before using a yoni egg. So let's talk about how to use these babies next. Yoni eggs can typically be found in 3 different sizes, and they can come in drilled or undrilled. I have 3 drilled eggs here. We're going to go over sizes. The large yoni egg is usually 50 millimeters long by 40 millimeters wide. It's a great starter egg for anyone who has given natural birth, like myself. The bigger egg allows your body to, first of all, feel the weight of the crystal. It's great for helping develop sensitivity in the pelvic floor muscles so that you can start to build your strength back in those muscles. And it's something you want to wear for about 2 to 3 weeks to start out until your body naturally retains the egg with no conscious effort on your part for at least a few hours. And then you're ready to move on to a medium egg. Medium yoni eggs are usually 40 millimeters long by 30 millimeters wide. They're also a good starter egg if you have not given birth or if you do not suffer from incontinence. Medium eggs can still be felt very easily by the body under these conditions, and they're a great all-purpose egg to start with. The small yoni egg is usually 30 millimeters tall by 20 millimeters wide. And this is for a woman who's really mastered her pelvic floor muscles, has graduated from a medium egg, and is able to retain a small egg. Mastering an egg means that your body is able to retain the egg for several hours at a time with no conscious effort on your part. So the small egg is also a great egg to use if you want to work with 2 different crystals at the same time. Yes, you can use 2 small yoni crystals, and if you've mastered all 3 of your pelvic floor muscles, you can actually make the small eggs clap together. So how do you wear these babies? Well, I know it sounds counterintuitive to start with a large egg first because it's a heavier weight, right? So you would think it would be harder to start with the large egg and work your way down. But think of the female anatomy. The yoni is a tubular structure, and the muscles contract around whatever is inserted in there. So when you insert a larger egg, the muscles clamp around it and hold on to it easier than a smaller object. The tighter the muscles become as they strengthen, the easier it is for them to hold a smaller and smaller object. So it teaches the muscles to tighten around in phases: large, medium, small. So you're actually building the circular muscle strength of the yoni with the eggs as you work from large to medium to small. Keep in mind that the smaller the object, the easier it is to slip out. A larger object is easier for the muscles to hold on to. Yoni eggs should be inserted with the wider part of the egg up and the narrower part of the egg down, like this. Yoni eggs can be found in aventurine, amethyst, tiger's eye, citrine, and my personal favorite, apatite. Be sure to subscribe for more luxury lifestyle videos.